And away we go. Not yet, actually.
So I guess Jeremy's going to be a little late.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, let's start without him. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Never mind. I have to hit the record button. Now, here we go.
Huh.
Shit, I was talking during the recording. Hold on. This is what sucks when you don't have any editing software at the moment. Now we'll try. Welcome back to the Betting Lounge. I am your host, Tyler Flesh, joined by my table of degenerates, Jay and Eric. Jeremy's running late. Fellas, how are we?
Doing great, Eric.
Nah, I've had better days.
Well, hopefully we can change that around with a little thing we like to call gambling. All right. Saturday games, guys. We're peeking into the playoffs. He said the title.
Here we go.
Jay came up with that title. Full credit where credit is due. Let's get it right off the rip, boys. Kansas City Chiefs are at. Oh, hey, by the way, just to talk about a few things real quick here on the program, or as Brian Kelly would say with his fake Southern accent, the program. We're going to talk about futures at the end of this, so stay tuned. There's some crazy, wild, kooky futures that may or may not happen. I don't know, but they're worth taking a look at. Also, we will at the end of this talk Georgia versus Alabama. Remind me, boys. That's
we can't forget that one.
Also, just a reminder, it's happening again. Nick Saban is an underdog. We'll get to that later. Let's talk some NFL now. We have Saturday games, boys. Kansas City Chiefs at Denver Broncos. Kansas City is away favorite, minus 11.5. The total for the game is 45.5. Sorry, 45.5. I was just adjusting some settings on the board.
So
this one's tricky.
So Tyler, yeah, exactly. I do think it's tricky. We spoke a bit about it right before the pod started, but we really have to look at like who's sitting who, right? Like which teams are kind of just taking their foot off the gas because they can coast into the playoffs and they aren't really affected by the way the things are going right now, right? So this is where it gets tricky for the gamblers. And I don't know about you, but man, this might be a time to take the spread on the underdogs.
Jay. Well, I was just gonna say, like that. With that being said, I was thinking the same thing, like plus 11.5 on the Broncos. Yeah, they got Bridgewater out on a concussion, but I mean, if the Chiefs are going to be coasting because they have already locked their position,
a lot to think about, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, not to cut you off, they have not locked up their position. So they are going to play all their starters because if somehow Tennessee loses, then they will jump to the number 1 seed. Right now, they are the number 2 seed. So they're going to play everyone.
Well, I mean, that being said, who's the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos?
Well, Bridgewater's out.
Is it lock?
Yeah.
Well, then it's a lock for the Chiefs then.
That's what I was thinking. Because
Locke could still pass the overall passing record if he averages 180 yards per play.
I mean, I think you got to go Chiefs here, but I don't know how I'm going to steal one of Eric's lines and say you got to tick that down. 11.5 is too much. That's too scary.
Well, if you look at the injury report too, Locke, it doesn't have him like marked as a game status, but he's got an ankle thing going on. He did take full participation in practice on Thursday and Friday though, so they probably will play him. But
I don't know, man. How is anyone betting this game? I mean, I might, but I need to figure some stuff out. Like, I don't know.
Well, if you are taking it down, I think you could still get some respectable odds if you take the Chiefs at 9.5.
Yeah, I would be more comfortable doing that than taking him at 11.5. 11 just seems too high, man.
I don't think out of all the games this weekend, I don't think it's going to be my go-to for bets. But yeah, I to Jay's point though, I don't like that fucking spread though, especially considering the injury report, and I don't know, man. There's too many questionables around it,
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of questionables, while you guys were talking, I was trying to look up this next game because it kind of confused me what happened, and we'll talk about it next. Dallas Cowboys at Philadelphia Eagles. Philly is a home underdog at +4.5. The total for the game is 43.5. The reason I said this is weird, Dallas was like earlier today, I checked around, I don't know, about 2:00 Eastern time, and Dallas was -7. Somehow the line dropped to 4.5, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Do you think the Micah Parsons news just finally caught up to the line?
I don't know, man.
They were like confirming that.
It's very confusing why. I don't think Micah would make that much noise, or I could be wrong. I don't know.
Okay, well now I need to be caught up to speed because apparently I don't know the Micah Parsons news. I talked to someone about this game yesterday, and yeah, the line was sure as fuck not at 4.5.
Sleeper
He's out with the COVIDs.
Oh,
he's got the Omni. He's got the AIDS.
Which, if you're a Cowboys fan, which you guys are, I mean, that's kind of good news, right? Like,
oh yeah. Everybody that I've talked to, Jay, I don't know about you. Everybody that I've talked to is happy that we're getting that out of the way. And we kind of wish that everybody got COVID this week and they would get over it and are ready to go for the season.
Yeah.
Like use this for our bye week.
A bye week of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking on Sleeper Bot and stuff, and I cannot find anything
Yeah, it's got to be Micah. They had to have been confirming it or something. Because
that's a big swing just for him. I mean,
but
the Eagles are fighting for something.
I honestly think that Philadelphia is a little bit dangerous. They're kind of like a slow burn, right? Like they're finding ways to really be competitive, and they may not be the prettiest team to watch, but I mean, it is what it is. They are competitive. They find ways to stay in games, and that does kind of worry me. So I don't feel as confident in this game as in weeks past that I've been all about the Cowboys. This one does worry me a little bit. Philly's at home too. They're getting trickier. They really are.
So you think you're gonna see an upset?
No, but 4.5, like 4 Philly. Oh shit! I don't want to say it.
This is also just normally this is week 17. Week 18 is a very hard week to bet on. Next week's going to be a lot easier because it's playoffs, so it's balls to the wall. This week is hard. This week is very hard.
The spread's so close on this one though, Jay. Like I almost, if it was Cowboys by 7.5, I probably would be tempted just to stay away. But I mean, Cowboys by 4.5, I think we could use this as a bait dog game, Jay. I think we could use this to, get our libido back for the playoffs. I don't know.
I'm with Jeremy on this one. I mean, I don't care. I still like Cowboys at -4.5, and honestly, I kind of like the over too at 43.5.
Really?
Tavon Smith went on the COVID list.
Yeah, I think so.
The over at 43.5, I do like. I just kind of see this being a game where, unfortunately, they sneak back in late.
Hey, Flesh, did Tyler Scott just said Tavon Smith went on the COVID list? I think he means Tyron. But I mean, to that point, Tyron Smith plays fucking 25% of the game. So he's not really a factor, in my opinion. They get it done without him more often than they do with. So.
All right. Well, before we move on, I think it's time for our next segment. And it's been a few weeks since we had it, so let's go ahead and cue it up.
Now it's time for Billy from Oklahoma to talk about her beloved Cowboys. To tell us if we're either going to ride or we're going to die.
Hey, Billy, are you there?
Hey, Tyler.
All right. It's been a while. So the Cowboys are at the Eagles last game of the year. Cowboys are favored by -4.5. The total is 43.5. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking who really wants to win this game, because neither team has a whole lot to gain by knocking themselves out.
Yep.
I mean, the Cowboys really can't improve the only way they can improve their position if the Cardinals, the Bucks, and the Rams all lose. That's not going to happen. And the Eagles, they could maybe climb up to 6, but the same thing holds true for them. So it's like trying to nail Jello to a tree. Who's going to play? Are they going to rest their starters? Are they going to play? Jerry and Dak says, yeah, we're going to play. We got to go out to win. So,
man, I did not know that about all the scenarios. So Dallas might just chill, huh?
Well, same thing with the Eagles. I mean, I think the Rams have to lose, and I forget who else would have to lose. Maybe the Niners.
Can you? Sorry to cut you off. Can you say the scenario for the Cowboys one more time?
The Cowboys to move up to second seed, they'd have to win against the Eagles, and the Cardinals, the Bucks, and the Rams would all have to lose.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
So there's nothing in it for them. And for the Eagles to move up to 6, I think it's like the Rams and the Niners would have to lose. So anyway, it's like neither one of them have anything to gain by going out balls to the wall on this. So do they rest their starters? Do they not risk injury? And speaking of risk, God, Eagles have like 12 they added to the COVID list on Monday. Dallas has added Parsons and who else?
Tyron Smith's from Tyler Scott. He just said it.
I mean, they're both riddled with issues. So I guess it all comes down to, does Dallas need to go out and make a statement because they just embarrassed themselves to the world last week, to head into the playoffs at least looking like they've got their collective act together? So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yeah, it's prime time. I think Jerry doesn't want to, embarrass himself 2 weeks in a row. And I think they'll play their starters for a while. I think they'll win by 7, and it'll be under on the over-under. Mm-hmm. That's my take. So.
Yeah, with all that information, I'm very confused.
Me and Billy, we're on the same link here.
Well,
no, I think that's a good call out, though, is after the embarrassment of last week and all the damn penalties that they put out there, and then also following a game where they just like demolished their opponent. It's like, okay, yeah, you looked awesome that week, and then you got embarrassed this week. So now you got to make a statement like, no, we are the Cowboys. We're still strong.
Yeah. Do something to wake up that damn offense.
Well, and yeah, there's the big question is, the first thing they have to do is stop blaming everybody else. Yeah, they're blaming. There were 3 minutes in at the end of the game where the refs got a lot of things wrong, but there were 57 other minutes in the game where the Cowboys had the opportunity to win the game. So
yeah,
they've got to recognize they're third in the league on penalties, and they got to clean up their sloppy act.
Yeah, that's true. I have to bring up a sore subject, and I'm sorry to do this to Cowboys fans, but I saw a stat yesterday, and it was absolutely alarming. Diggs,
Oh no.
number 7. He has given up the most yards. Do you guys want to take a crack? Billy, do you know the answer to this? How many yards he's given up this year? Most out of any cornerback in the NFL.
No.
You guys ready for you? Does anyone want to take a guess before I
1,000.
Don't say that. Don't say that. His jersey's in my cart.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Jeremy nailed it. It's 1,000. He's given up 1,000 yards this year.
No
Yeah.
way.
I think that's fine though, because if he doesn't play it that aggressive, he's not going to be the best when it comes to takeaways in the league either. I think the Cowboys defense addresses that by giving him maybe more safety support, maybe something like that. We don't want him to alter his ball hockeyness. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. I really don't care either.
Well,
I think that you got to take
he
chances.
went on the
And that's what he
COVID.
does.
He went on the COVID. He went on the COVID list today, so he's not playing this week anyway.
This is good, Billy. Billy, what do you take it to be good news though? Because I mean, A, they're going to miss this game and not get injured. B, they're not going to catch COVID during the entirety of the postseason. Postseason play, not necessarily in fall. They could catch it maybe, but they're going to be safe from catching COVID for months now.
Well, possibly, but time after time we've seen players sit out a game or two and they come back so stale that
Yeah.
it's bothersome. So
I don't know. One other thing we're not doing, Billy, is we're not allowing Chad to place any bets on the Cowboys. We find that every time this guy Chad places a bet for the Cowboys, they lose. So he's not allowed to bet on the Cowboys for the rest of the season.
well, I have another one to add to that. I've watched Dallas play twice at my son's house, and both times they've lost. So I'm going to tell my son we cannot watch Dallas. Can't watch him play at his house anymore. So
Yep, stay
That's
away.
a good rule. Good rule. We have to control everything that we can control, right? That is what we can do
That's
for the
exactly-
team. That is how we support the team.
Yes. Jay hasn't changed. Jay hasn't
Yeah.
watched his Cowboys Day boxers since the start of the season. So
They stand up by themselves.
yeah, they're not starched.
oh, that's funny.
They're so stiff they need their own belt.
Dude, nervous,
I-
full of nervous sweat.
I think the Cowboys will come out with enough to win. I think the Eagles are going to rest their people because, they first of all they've got so many on COVID that they don't have a lot
Yeah.
to play. I think it's kind of a pride thing for the Cowboys after getting the shellacking they got last week. So I mean, yeah, they didn't lose by much, but they played horribly. The offensive line didn't give Prescott any protection at all.
Nope.
Well, just as
So-
long as at the end of the game, as long as the railing in Philadelphia is good. I mean, did you
Yeah.
see that?
What's
Holy
going on?
cow.
What's going on?
Yeah,
up there?
I did.
Dan Snyder is the worst owner in the entire league. Like, what is that?
Yeah, if the stadium's collapsing, that's a concern.
At least their sewage isn't falling on the fans
Again?
like the old Washington Admirals.
Oh, dang. Well, we were talking to Billy. This is probably the hardest week to pick games. I mean, between injuries and people sitting out, and it's just it's crazy. This is the worst week to either gamble or pick games on.
No, that's absolutely right, because until game time or even halfway through the game, we're really not going to know who's going in and who's not. So, yeah.
Quick question, Billy, before we let you go. I have an interesting question, and I have not asked the guys this either. Hypothetically, if Jacksonville beats Indianapolis, that means there's already a play-in game between the Chargers and the Raiders. But if the Chargers and the Raiders tie and Jacksonville loses, they both get in. So do we have a kneel off? If Jacksonville wins, do they just have a kneel off? Say, listen, we'll see you in the playoffs. We're just going to kneel this one out.
That'd be fun. It'd be history.
Yeah,
The first
I
negative.
can't see.
Yeah.
Fastest game in
Yeah.
NFL history.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
But I think if I was a coach, I would propose that. Like, I don't care
Yeah.
about winning. Like, my job's to get to the playoffs. Like, you know, when they say every game matters, yeah, except this one. I'll see you in the playoffs, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's too much ego involved. I mean, everybody wants to get to the playoffs, but they also,
Yeah, but at the same point, I think they owe it to us fans because then they have to get rid of the tie rule, right?
Thank God.
They'll be
It's
like,
not field goal
Well,
kicks, dude. Like they keep kicking field goals from further and further out.
thank you. Yes, that's what I'm.
yeah, you're gonna play until somebody wins this. So
Or you do it like college, and everyone's like, "Well, they're too good. The pros are." No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not that good. It's pro v pro. Someone listen. I've seen enough Bears games to know we're not getting in the end zone every time, and we're going to miss a lot of field goals. So we need that overtime adapted.
well,
Okay, but
we're
again,
damn sure.
sorry. Go ahead, Billy.
I was gonna say we're damn sure not gonna get in a field goal kicking contest with Zerline kicking for us.
Yeah.
God, that guy sucks.
Why? Why is he still there?
We need to draft a kicker.
That'd be great.
Well,
That
yeah,
would
they
be
had that.
great.
First pick.
They had what was his name, Harulashu or whatever his name was, come in like after Zerline screwed up so bad against the Bucs in the very first game, and you know he was on reserve for 1 week, and then Zerline did well the second week, and they let him go, and it's like, yeah, that was a mistake.
Is Cody
Yeah.
Parkey still available, or is that an option?
don't
Everyone
know.
got quiet. Everyone's like, "You shut your damn mouth."
Let's just have Micah try that too. I'm sure he'd be good at it.
Hey.
You might as well if you're gonna have. I mean, what happened? Greg the Leg used to be so good as a
Yeah.
Ram.
Yes, he did, but yeah, so did a lot of other players used to be. That doesn't always carry through for ever and ever. So
Yeah, and then Chicago
Kurt
signed.
Warner used to be good as a Ram too.
Well, he still got him to the Super Bowl, the Cardinals after that.
But he's not good right now. That's the point.
I don't know. He's kind of glowing up with the new movie coming out. He's
With the
kind of
Disney
winning in
movie?
life.
That's true.
Shazam!
Man, I
is Kurt
guess-
Warner.
I just think with everything that's been said, okay, yeah, you know, coaches like, hey, well, you know, as long as we get into the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. I think a lot of it still comes down to who's on the field the majority of the game, because when the players are on the field, their job is still to win the game, and their job is to do their job as a player. So they're going to be fighting for that win. They're going to be fighting to get into the end zone. So
Kind of.
you know, I would agree with that, except near the end of the game, when Cooper caught the ball there near the end zone and then just stood there. He didn't make a lunge for the end zone. It was
Yeah.
like, what the hell? You know, I was just,
He knew I needed that touchdown. So,
yeah. And he just kind of caught the ball and just stood there. And it was like, dude, the end zone's only a few yards this way. Let's go this way. But he just kind of caught it and waited for the whistle to blow. And it was just, yeah. So you would think they're giving their all, but I don't know what the hell happens sometimes.
You would also need to look into I kind of disagree and agree with you, Eric, because like you would have to look into players' contracts to see what they've been incentivized for, because those players are going to go out and pay because they want to play, because they want to get a payday. But I think it's really hard for players to get up knowing, like, I think half the Cowboys team is already focused on the Cardinals. They want revenge. I think that's where their mindset is. It's really hard when this is the game that doesn't matter. They're going to stay in the same seed. They're
yeah.
not going anywhere, and they want revenge.
Start
So
looking for Cardinals.
that's fair.
I mean, but like
Yeah.
incentives though, like the incentives for players are insane. Like if you look at them, you're just like, holy.
Yeah.
Well, apparently incentives didn't matter to Antonio Brown. I mean, he walked away from like $1 million when he'd have just hung it out. He would have
Yeah,
made
what the
$1 million.
fuck happened there anyway?
That
Well, they-
saga is never ending. I mean, holy shit.
Well,
man.
they like tried to make him play when he was like seriously injured. They pumped him full of pain meds to try and keep the pain down. And he was like, I don't want to play. And they said, you're playing. And he was like, no, I'm injured. I'm going to injure myself more. And they kept pushing him. So he's like,
Well,
fuck it, out.
And that's one of those, it depends on who you're talking to. Because the coach said he came up complaining he wasn't getting enough plays. And he told him to go sit down.
This is
So
just
it's
like
like-
Varsity Blues, Billy.
Seriously, it's like, there's no matter how thin a pancake is, there's always two sides. So, you know.
I swear, you got more sayings than anyone I've ever heard.
Billy, I love that because I love pancakes.
I don't know what Eric said one time. It was like, got two in the bush and one on the side. And what he's got now.
You still can't fucking understand that
don't
one?
know that
A
one.
bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Yeah.
How do you not understand that fucking expression?
I always forget it every time because it's just so elaborate. A bird in the hands or two in the bush.
Well,
Grandpa always said.
it kind of goes back that possession is 90% of the law. If you got a bird in the hand,
Yeah.
what
yeah.
if you don't have?
I
So-
know that one just because of other instances, but
Which is a discussion for another time, right?
yeah, real quick though, Tyler Scott mentioned on our feed he likes the first half total over 22 in the game. That's what he's riding with. So just wanted to throw that out there. Well, Billy, it was a pleasure as always. And we will see you next week for a little revenge playoff football.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
All right. I did not know all that. And now I don't want to bet this game.
It does have that feel, right?
Do we just take all the underdogs and tease it? Like every underdog on the board and just fucking tease the shit out of it.
So
That's actually like idiotically brilliant.
yeah. So like when you say that, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now because I just don't know. My instincts say one thing, but because of the way that things are working out, I think you got to fade yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Fade your gut, you know?
Oh, I hate fading the gut. All right, let's move on. We got a lot of games to talk about here. Next up, Green Bay Packers at Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are +3.5 home dogs. The total for the game is 44. I actually like the Lions here. Green Bay's locked up the 1 seed. Rodgers ain't playing. They're going to sit everyone down. It's done. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, but I mean,
I was just kind of wondering, do you want to put the Lions into that underdog parlay that we just talked about? Because
Yes.
Are you sure
Yes.
about that?
I do, because think about the Lions.
Yes.
They have nothing to lose, and they actually see an opportunity to win. Green Bay's not going to play any of their starters.
What about
if-
draft?
Huh?
What about draft picks?
Excellent point, Jeremy.
Are we still? The Lions should be last. If they win a game, will that affect their draft picks?
It might, but Dan Campbell, dude, he's so stupid. He don't care. He wants to win.
He does want to win.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he wants is to win. But yeah, I can check on that while we're doing this.
Yeah,
It's
like the
between-
Lions more.
Well, Jeremy, it's between them and Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
Jacksonville has the tiebreaker right now, so it would not affect. It wouldn't affect anything. So
All right, they're winning.
because Houston has 4 wins, so Detroit has the number 2. They're locked into the number 2.
But
Okay.
honestly, does it matter though? Because there isn't really a prolific quarterback in the draft this year.
No.
There isn't one.
Lions
So-
can't draft anyways.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just think Dallas, Green Bay's an idiot if they play any other starters. Well, I mean, why would you?
Don't
Yeah.
make no sense. Lock them away in a hotel room for 3 weeks, so they can't be around anybody. They can't be out in public. Just leave them in a sterilized room.
Man, I would love it if Rodgers. I think I'd have to do the math, but how great would it be if he gets COVID again before the Super Bowl if they make it there?
Well, he's not vaccinated.
Yeah.
So-
Well, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
anymore because
No.
Carson Wentz got to play unvaccinated. And
Yeah, Flesh.
4 days later, and you're telling me Carson Wentz doesn't have COVID, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, Flesh. I'm gonna go the opposite way. I think it would be infuriating to me because I know that he'd get it, and they would bend the rules for him even more, and I'd just be
Yeah,
even
you're
more upset. So it goes the other way.
Fun fact, though, a long-haired quarterback has never won a Super Bowl.
Good.
Good. Yes, I think
hasn't he
we're all
always
in
had long
agreement
hair?
there.
Hasn't he always had long hair?
No,
Oh.
this is the first year he's ever had long hair.
He used to have like a high and tight, like an Eric.
Yeah.
He had an Eric.
All right. All right, let's move on. We got games to cover and some more stuff. We're gonna skip through some games here. There's just way too many, and we have way too much stuff to talk about. So, let's go this one. This is mine. Know your team. Did we get your guys' official pick for the Cowboys game?
Yeah, I said it earlier.
What? Say it again, just to reassure.
Eagles plus 4.5.
And Jeremy.
I'm Cowboys -4.5.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm with Jeremy on this. Cowboys -4.5.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. I'm gonna go, and then now, well, I'm not gonna bet that. I don't know about that game, but this is my know your team. Chicago Bears at Minnesota Vikings to close out the year. Vikings are -5.5. Total for the game is 44.5. Justin Fields just got on the COVID list today. He will be out, which means I have nothing to root for. This game is going to be painful. The only thing that I am rooting for is the Vikings to beat the Bears so that we clean house Monday morning. Hopefully that'll be the definite nail in the coffin. I like Minnesota -5 here. That's going to be my play.
I like that.
Yeah.
Love
yeah,
the
Minnesota
Vikings.
-5.
Yeah,
I love those Vikes.
no arguments here.
Indianapolis Colts at Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are home dog at 15.5. The total of the game is 44.5.
It's a lot of points.
I don't
Yeah.
like this fucking game, and I don't like that fucking spread either.
Is that the biggest spread?
That's a lot of points,
Yes.
man. 15.5.
No, it's not. Never mind. No, it's not. Bills.
No, no, it's not.
It's actually not the biggest spread. So we're all thinking Jacksonville, right?
Oh. Yeah, no,
I am.
Jacksonville.
I'm thinking Jacksonville.
yeah.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I was. I just saw the biggest spread.
Eric?
Yeah.
Eric,
Oh,
you thinking
God.
Jacksonville too?
15.5.
You could take the under.
Yeah, I'd probably take the. No, I'm not. I'm not giving suggestions at all on this game because no, it's just too fucking
All right.
dangerous.
You know what that means, everyone? Take the Colts -15.5.
Yep. Take them.
They're gonna
Oh,
cover. They're
no.
gonna fucking cover.
I fucking hate the Colts for doing this to us all year long.
Dude,
Yep.
but honestly, it's just your initial reaction, right? Think about what you're
Yeah.
gonna bet and then bet the opposite with the Colts.
Yeah.
Like Colts should have beat the Raiders, right? They didn't.
Yeah, dude, that's why I don't place bets on Colts games is because whatever you're thinking, they fucking do the opposite. So
Although
fuck
I-
them.
I did call the Raiders game though. I just want to throw that.
Well, you did.
Yeah. Yeah. For
1 out of 100.
John Madden.
Congratulations.
No, we should. Well, I'm gonna go
Lord
back
coach.
to our official set in stone records. Have one too by the end of this, Eric. Tennessee
Yes,
Titans
sir.
Tennessee. Well, you always go, shit, I forgot. Tennessee Titans at Houston Texans. Houston Texans are a home dog plus 10. Tennessee needs to win this game to maintain #1 seed. The total for the game is 43. Gentlemen, this is a no-brainer to me. Tennessee. I'm not gonna bet it. I don't know. I don't get the spreads this week.
Yeah. I like Tennessee a lot.
Yeah.
It's cool to see them at the 1 seed though again. Like Last time that happened, they went to the Super Bowl.
That was a long time ago, huh? Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Survivor or whatever that fucking Tom Hanks movie came out. Castaway. Like right after that.
Yeah, Castaway, yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
I'm with Flesh on this one. I'm not going to put money on that game, but if I did, yeah, I'd take the Titans at -10.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Titans -10. I don't think Houston has any reason to win.
Nope.
Nope.
They don't have a reason to win. They really don't.
All right.
-10.
Washington football team and New York Giants. Giants are a home dog at +7. The total for the game is 38.
Skip.
Who gives
Nobody
a
cares
shit?
about the Washington Admirals.
Pittsburgh Steelers at Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens are -5.5. The total for the game is 41.5. I hate the lines. I hate the games. I hate the fucking lines. The more we go down this shit show, the more I don't even want anything to do with it.
Why do you hate the line on this game?
I'll go
Because,
Baltimore.
dude, I mean, both teams need so much to get in. Baltimore's the one. Big Ben didn't even know this game was taking place. After the game, like the press conference, he's crying. He went through the tunnel with the family, and they said, he goes, this is just a great way to go out on my career. And they're like, Ben, you have one more game. He goes, I mean at home. I mean at home. Like Big Ben doesn't even know that he has a game against Baltimore.
Yeah,
So
hey, Flesh, that being said, I don't think Big Ben gets a swan song. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens -5.5.
Baltimore Ravens.
Thank you.
No
Thank
swan
you.
song. No swan song.
No Swans.
No fairy tale here, baby.
I think it's just an easy pick. The Ravens at home -5.5 against the fucking tree that's been getting chopped at for like the last fucking 2 years.
Yep. Easy.
All right. Next
Easy.
up, Cincinnati Bengals at Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns are -6.5. 38 is the total for the game. I'll let you guys take it away. I'm going to let the dog out.
Why? Is this the rack game?
Are you looking at the total?
I'm looking at Cincinnati. I guess they're just going to rest all their starters. I guess that makes sense. Because I'm like, what?
Yeah. 38 is still really low.
I say we go Browns and on the spread, 38 is low.
So low.
That's what I'm thinking. Against these two teams, 38's fucking low.
Yeah. With Baker,
Yeah.
it's as low as Baker Mayfield's self-esteem.
I don't think
Yeah.
anything can taint that self-esteem, but I'm not sure it's justified.
No.
Well, you guys,
No. But Browns -6.5. I mean, if Bengals are resting their players,
Baker's out too.
Baker. Oh shit.
Well, that's what I was just about to ask is there anyone out that we're not aware of?
Baker. Bengals are resting their players. They're locked in where they're at.
I
Does this-
still love
does this
seeing a
help the
total
Browns,
that's
though,
that
having
low.
Baker out.
I
Let's
like
take the over.
I like the Bengals just because of this. Boys, what has been the theme of this podcast all year?
We're wrong.
Controversy. We're wrong. Controversy. Besides, we're wrong. We always bet on tragedy, right? Listen to this. This is great. I'm so glad I get to bring this up. Courtesy of Tyler Scott. Well, not courtesy of Tyler Scott. Courtesy of Cleveland.com. Hashtag Browns Baker Mayfield and his camp would consider requesting a trade this offseason if he is not confident the team will play better to play to his strengths and improve the play calling next season. There is a legitimate discourse between the coach and the QB at this point. What?
No shit.
Baker.
Oh,
Stop. Baker, you've played like shit all year. Stop.
Maybe he just needs to go to Cabo.
The Bengals.
one more time. One
Yeah.
more Cabo trip will fix it.
He's not that. I want him to be good. I want him to be good so
I do
bad.
too. I like Baker, but not as much as I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Love Joe Burrow.
I love the Gat.
Big cigar guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
a huge cigar guy. That's my boy right there.
I like
He's an Oliva fan, is what I hear.
Everybody is. Even the king is. You know, the MVP, best basketball player in the world.
Wait, who? Jordan?
LeBron James is.
Oh, no.
Jordan quit doing that along with some other things in his career.
Who's this? Who's LeBron?
Jordan let him play with it for a little bit, and then he came back and showed him he's still the boss.
One of these days we're gonna have an episode where we debate what everyone has already debated.
Why Tony Kukoc carried Jordan through his career?
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, bro!
It'll be like a Saturday special episode.
Oh my god!
Where Jay fucking Jay's gonna lose it. All right, let's move on. New England Patriots at Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins have nothing to play for, so they are the underdog at +6.5 at home. The total is 40.
I like that total too, Eric. It's only 40 for these two.
It
Yeah,
actually is kind of a nice total, honestly.
yeah.
Good call out.
I like New England.
I like New England in the total. Over.
I like New England in the total as well. Definitely.
I don't know if I like New England so much on the spread, but I do like that total.
Eric, it's a touchdown, man. It's just a touchdown.
Just touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dip your toes in the water. Hey, Eric, dip your toes in the water. It's fine. Come on in.
Maybe.
Now,
Splish splash.
What is it that you have to say? You've got something to say. Your mind is a little unsettled. What is it?
I'm trying to figure out if the New England Patriots need to win this game or not, and I'm thinking they do. Yeah, because if they lose, they'll drop down. Because the Colts have the tiebreaker. Because New England right now is 10-6. The Colts are 9-7. So if the Colts win, they'll go to 10-7. If New England wins, if New England loses, they'll go to 10-7. And then the Colts have the tiebreaker. So New England will drop to the 6th seed.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. That's a valid point.
And the 6th seed plays the, 3rd seed?
Where are the Dolphins at anyway?
Help me out here, people. Is that right? The 6th seed plays the 3rd seed, right? Because the 2nd seed plays the 7th. Yeah. So
Yes.
3 would play 6.
And then 4 plays 5.
Yeah, and 4 and 5. Okay, so
Yeah, because it like works inward. Yeah.
so if basically what this is coming down to, see, this is what I hate about the end of the year. It's fun to watch, but betting sucks. So basically, they would either, if they stay where they are, they play the Bengals. If they drop down, we're looking at a Buffalo versus New England rematch round 3. Man. Oh, I do not know.
It's almost kind of an odd segue too, you know?
Yeah. The Dolphins are 8-0 against teams starting with a QB with an O in their last name. So
Yeah.
Mac,
I like that
Mac
one.
Jones would qualify.
I don't know. I mean,
Let's. You know what? I've said it the whole time. Every time I say I don't know, I'm just taking the underdog. I'm taking Miami +6.5.
No, just take the over. That's all you need to take.
yeah, I'm with Jeremy on this. Like, I don't think I want to touch the spread, but I really do like that over.
Take that over.
That just seems like easy money to me.
Yeah.
All right, next game, New York Jets against Buffalo Bills. This is the largest spread of the week. Bills -16.5. The total is 41.5. Can someone explain to me the Bills are playing?
Right.
I don't.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Gesundheit.
Are the Bills playing? Like, I don't understand. Like, we just talked about this. I mean, how does this affect seeding? And the The
Well,
Bengals are sitting all their players, and the Buffalo Bills and the Bengals are tied.
but the Bills are 10-6 too, just like the Patriots. That's why I said like this is kind of an odd segue into the next game.
No, because that doesn't matter because they won the division, so they automatically get the home game. They can't fall further than where they're at. That's what I'm saying. Where like so it's basically the seeding differences between Cincinnati and Buffalo, and they're both at the same, and Cincinnati's resting their guys, so why wouldn't Buffalo rest their guys?
So you're thinking taking the Jets at plus 16.5?
I'm thinking about something completely different. Are you ready?
Not betting the game.
Flush, this is a sports show, not whatever's going on in your head right now.
Oh, something's going on in my head, and it's real dirty. Mitch Trubisky, anytime touchdown, baby. It's happening. Mitch Turbo is back.
I love Turbo.
Hey, Turbo could show
Flesh
some
knows.
stuff.
Flesh knows I love Turbo.
He does love Turbo.
He could show up.
Can we take him for our second string?
Yeah, you can have him, man.
Love Turbo.
All right, Carolina. We're gonna fast through some of these. Eric, this is know your team, so you can take it away. Carolina Panthers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucks are favored by -8. The total for the game is 41.5.
I don't understand why the line's at fucking 8. I really don't. The Panthers suck. They just suck. We suck. I think the total points, that's probably somewhere in the line of where it should be. I think maybe it should be a little bit higher, but I would expect all of that to come from the Bucks. And then again, at the same time, I mean, the Bucks have pretty much locked their position for the playoffs. So I don't know. That total, kind of to your point though, it's like the Bucks are probably going to be taking it easy with their starters. So I'd stay away from the total. I still don't understand why the spread is at -8. Panthers don't stand a chance against the fucking Bucks. -8. I don't know. Maybe buy back a point just to play a little safe, but no, it's going to be a slaughter.
Eric, I know this is know your team for you, but I'm completely gonna stay away from this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to
Same.
me,
Yeah.
I'm just staying away.
Yeah.
Speaking about games trying to stay away, New Orleans Saints at Atlanta Falcons. Falcons plus 3.5, total 40. I'm out. Can we pass?
Yeah.
Pass.
I ain't touching it.
Seattle Seahawks at Arizona Cardinals. Arizona is -6.5. The total is 48. Pass. I'm pass. I don't want to.
Pass.
Really?
Well, go ahead, Eric.
Seahawks suck.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to take the Cardinals at -6.5?
I wouldn't even do that though, Eric. At this point, like I would just look at an anytime touchdown score.
Fair
Like,
enough.
If I want to have a little fun, you know what I mean? I would
Fair
just
enough.
look at an anytime touchdown score for that game. If I'm feeling like a little excitement, want to watch
Everett.
something at 4:26 p.m. on a Sunday.
Everett.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Hey, make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bet Lazio.
Sorry, hold on a second.
Lazio and Inter.
That did not work out. Inter got postponed and Lazio drew. That didn't work out. I'm glad that I forgot about it. I know I sent that in the group chat earlier it was yesterday actually. And I was like, I feel good about this.
No.
But the Inter match was postponed and then Lazio drew.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tyler Scott's saying the Bills, that the reason that is the way it is because the Bills and Jets could flip.
Really?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I didn't know. See, this is why it's so hard. Anyhow, let's go to the next game.
How could they flip?
I don't know. I guess New England has a tiebreaker. I don't know. San Francisco 49ers at Los Angeles Rams. Rams are -4. Total is 44.5. I love this one. I love it. What do you guys think?
San Francisco by 3.
Yeah. Dude, thank you. I'm taking San Fran on the money line. Kyle Shanahan owns Sean McVay. For some reason, Sean McVay, I think these two know each other so well. Shanahan is 4-0 against McVay. 4-0. And you know what? I think he upsets him here. I like San Francisco on the money line, but I really like him at +4.
Yeah. It sucks though, because I wish LA would win and the Cardinals would win, or Cardinals would lose. That way we could play LA, but I just don't. I think 49ers are going to take that one. I like the money line too.
Well, when
plus 180 looks really good,
I
honestly.
like it. Them
That's
plus the
really
Lions.
nice.
Them plus the Lions.
Oof. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
A little lion seasoning on it.
wait, so even if Arizona wins and the Rams lose, they won't flip.
No, the Rams have to lose too, I think, in order for them to flip.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if the Cardinals win and the Rams lose, do they flip?
No, Cardinals have to lose. From what I was reading.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Well, if they both lose and they stay the same.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if the Rams win and then the Rams, sorry, let me try again. If the Rams lose and the Cardinals win, do they flip?
Ah, I see. I don't know. I thought, yeah, if the Rams win and the Cardinals lose, I thought that's the only way they could. No, if the Cardinals win and the Rams lose, that's how they could flip.
My God.
Yeah, no, we're right in line. We could still do it, guys. We don't have to face Murray at home.
Anyone else have any thoughts on this?
No, I'm out.
I do like the 49ers on the money line.
Yeah, they would flip. They would flip because Cardinals are 4-1 in the division. They would flip. Wow, that's huge. So then the Cowboys would not play the Cardinals. They'd play the Rams.
Yep. Much rather have that.
Wow. All right, let's get on to the next game, and then we can talk other stuff that actually I'm going to get up for. Los Angeles Chargers at Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders are +3 at home. The total is 49.5. Like I stated earlier, if somehow the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Colts, that means if this game ends in a tie, they could both go to the playoffs. But this is a winner gets in game. Gentlemen, who do we like?
Chargers.
I like Raiders. I like Raiders at +3.
Really?
No. Tyler, the magic is gone. It lasted one game, but the magic is gone. I like the Chargers.
Yep.
Nope.
Chargers.
Yeah. Tyler, Justin Herbert's going to throw all over these guys.
Yeah.
Big game for Justin Herbert.
Raiders.
I think Flush just likes the Raiders because they have a cool jersey.
They're doing it for coach, dude.
That's already done.
No.
So Tyler, the connection isn't there anymore, man. It's just like it's too big of a generational gap. Like the players that are there, you know, they probably got wound up for one game, but this is too big of a gap for it to be truly personally relevant to them.
Yeah. And between COVID and prison, I don't know if they're going to have a team by the end of the season.
Yeah.
No, they're going to be fine. Raiders. All right, let's talk about other stuff. Real quick, let's do our locks, and then we'll talk about the other stuff I want to get to.
Oh, locks?
Yeah, let's do locks.
No, we're doing that now.
Locks?
Yeah, locks. Your lock of the week.
We need a lock.
Set in stone.
Oof.
All right, I'll go first. I have mine. My set in stone is pretty simple. San Francisco +4. Set that in stone. That one's easy. That one's going to hit. You're welcome. All right, who's next?
Oh,
I'll go.
man.
Jeremy, go ahead.
We're
I'm
risking
thinking
it all
mine
here.
might be a parlay.
We're going Detroit
Oh.
Lions money line.
Going what? Say it
Detroit
again.
Lions
Jeremy, you want
money
to
line.
go? Jeremy, we
Lions
can't hear
money
you.
line.
Oh, shit. My fucking...
Lions money line. Eric, what do you got?
This is tough, boys.
Eric, this is the let's get Eric's parlay. Ready? Eric, go.
I think his audio disconnected.
I know. This is, oh, you gotta watch this.
It did. It did.
It
Oh, there it
disconnected.
Jay, what's yours?
I'm gonna go with Vikings -5.5.
I like it. I like it. Eric, what is your first ever, last but not least week of the season set in stone parlay?
I'm working on it, man. I'm fucking working on it.
I gave you all that time in the beginning of the show.
No, I've been having technical issues this whole time. My mouse stops working. My fucking goddamn headset stops working.
Yeah. Porn will do that to you.
Eric, when the pops up,
That reminds me, I
don't
need to go
click on
get a
that.
towel.
Don't click on the boxes
Wow.
when the pop-ups happen.
No, here's what I'm thinking. Okay, I
Definitely
guess
dry
because
by
you're
now.
pushing me to get it out right now.
Crusty.
I'm thinking,
That you're sitting on your children.
yeah, a little bit. Well, you know, they're kind of everywhere right now. But anyway, no, what I'm thinking, I'm going to double down on saying that the fucking Bucks are going to cover the spread. I'm thinking I'm going to put together a fucking parlay. I'm going to fucking pull a Jay and Jeremy shit with the Cowboys. I'm going to up it from 8, past 8, and I'm going to go with, you know, maybe an alternate total, maybe the same total, just for the fucking hell of it, and throw an anytime TD in there. I love that shit. Anytime TD on the Bucks side, don't pick Gronk. It ain't going to happen. But
So stay tuned for your set in stone.
yeah, I guess so, because I thought we were going to do it after you talked about futures.
Eric will have it after future.
Did you do the set in stone for a future set in stone?
Yeah. Set it in stone in the future. All right. Well, Eric's doing that. Let's talk about some other stuff. And the other stuff is this: futures. We're going to get killed on. I don't know what happened to Bill Belichick. We lost that one.
Yeah. That didn't really work out, did it?
Bye
No.
bye. 50.
Not at all. Rodgers is -400 to win the MVP. Jamar Chase is now -250 to win Rookie of the Year. TJ Watt is a runaway with Defensive Player of the Year at
Why?
-2,000
Why?
because his stats are freaking phenomenal.
He's dumb and I hate him.
Dude, his stats, hold on while I look him up.
Are they better than Robert Quinn's?
They're not.
They are. He got 4 sacks last week. He's about to break the record, and he's like going to do it in less games than Strahan did because he's been hurt so much.
I hate them.
I know you do.
Cheaters always win.
Sorry, I'm looking for him right now. Okay, I found him. So he has 21.5 sacks this year. He has played. I wish they would tell you. I don't know how many games, but I think he's only played 13 games. And he has 21.5 sacks. So yeah, he's gonna get that.
He's a bitch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll take Micah Parsons over him any day.
Yeah, so he's gonna run away with that. This one is interesting. Dak Prescott, comeback player of the year versus Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow shot up, but now Burrow's not playing. Does Dak get it? Oh man, I don't know. I do not know.
I think so.
Mm.
You think Dak will get it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
So Dak's foot did. So usually it's supposed to look like this. It was like this.
Yeah, no, I remember it was kind of like
Yeah.
it's supposed to look like this, and it looked
Yeah.
like that.
It's not an ACL. It was disconnected in the bones. The bones were disconnected. And he was able to have a great season. He had some ups and some downs, but he had a great season. And his bones were like this. Like here's his leg and here's his foot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why Dak Prescott gets comeback player of the year. If we're talking about health and
Wow.
and what was a better
This is a
what was
horrible
better
plea.
comeback story. If we're talking about what is a better thing to come back from or harder thing to come back from, Dak's compound fracture is 1,000% harder to come back from than a torn ACL. 1,000%.
Look,
That is a very.
I
good
won't.
point.
I won't argue against that. I think you're right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's how Dak's going to win.
Yeah, but they're going to base it all off stats.
That's where it gets tricky.
This,
Jeremy's
What
deep in
I-
thought.
I just came across something. This is plus 300 odds. TJ Watt to surpass the regular season sack record. Cooper Cup to surpass this record, the regular season receiving yards record, plus 300. Ooh,
Wait,
boys.
Tyler Scott just said the exact opposite of what I said. No, it's not easier to come back from a compound fracture in your ankle than it is to come back from a torn ACL. I'm sorry, Tyler Scott, but you're wrong here. I'm going to go back to that.
I know, but I don't think it's about the injury. They're going to just look at the stats.
But it's a lot harder to come back from bones being disconnected. Like he had great stats for that. Like, I don't think it takes a lot of will to come back from that. Like Alex Smith had a similar issue, and he got it with less stats than Dak Prescott did last year.
That's true. That is true. I don't know, man. I think Burrow deserves it. I think he's going to get it. He's been on fire. We'll
He
see.
has been on fire.
All right. Before we go, boys, it's happening again. It has happened. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Before that, let's go to Super Bowl. That's what I wanted to do. I don't know why I did season awards. I was thinking Super Bowl. Guys, this is weird. Hear me out. We were talking about this at work today. The Tennessee Titans are plus 1,200 to win the Super Bowl. They're going to be the number 1 seed. Derrick Henry is back. I think there's value in taking this, at least a little bit of money on this, right?
If I would get you 60.
10 would get you 120.
Yeah, that's how math works.
I know, but just a 10.
I do like that. I do like that a lot.
They're home.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're so far. I mean, I think it's quite ridiculous that Green Bay is plus 380 to win the whole thing.
I like this. I'm down to put some money on that.
I don't see. Yeah. No, I'm with Jeremy. I don't know why I haven't even looked at that. I don't like Green Bay to win it, but
Okay, real quick, do we all think we know who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Because
No.
you can bet on that. There are odds.
I know who I want to be
Ooh.
in the Super Bowl, but I feel like
See,
it's so hard.
so we've talked about this right here being the shitty part of the betting season for football, but the flip side of that is this is where it gets really fun because you can bet on stuff like that, and if you're right, holy fuck, the value is huge.
It's so hard though because of COVID. I mean, we know who probably should go and we know who we want to go, but the likelihood of that happening is so much harder to predict now with COVID because Derrick Henry, he's back, but like, what if he gets COVID and then he's back out? I don't know. I feel like that's just there's still so much unknown right now. I think we need to see week 1.
That's true. That's true. I mean, that's a fair argument.
Oh man, I got one. It's not popular, but it's plus 2,500, right? Think about this. Former players meet in the Super Bowl to play once again, except this time one's a head coach. Brady versus no one was going to finish. All right.
The Patriots.
Mike Vrabel. Tennessee Titans versus Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl.
What? The Titans? What?
Jay, you're on mute. Jay, you're on mute, brother.
Sorry, I was clearing my throat. No, I actually prefer Kansas City versus Rams, honestly.
Well, you think
Rams?
Rams get in?
Yeah, but
No,
I don't think they win. I don't think they win, but
they don't get in.
you don't think so?
No, they're the Nets. They're the Nets of the NFL.
I hate to sound like that person that's just kind of like shitting on everything, but I don't know if I even see the Chiefs making it to the Super Bowl, honestly.
No,
Who do you see?
Cincy.
Wow.
God, as much as I hate to say it,
Whoa. Cincy versus who, Jeremy?
I don't know that far. I don't know my division. I don't know because I think it's going to be Green Bay, but I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it will be Green Bay. So I don't want to say anything right now. So you know what? I'll be an asshole. I'll say Cincy versus the Cowboys.
No, Cincy versus Green Bay.
That's Cincy versus Cowboys is plus 6,000. Wow.
man.
Let's drop $2 on it.
I think though next week by the time of next week show we will have something for you guys on that. Like we should all come up with because then you'll know the seeding by then. So is that fair? By next week we have our Super Bowl predictions and we all bet on them.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Eric, you're the only one that's not saying anything. Making sure you're on.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm okay with that.
All right, let's move on. Before we leave the show today, Alabama boys is an underdog once again in the national title game against Georgia. They're plus 125, plus 3. Me and Jay already jumped on it, baby.
Listen, Tyler, is this a joke? Is this a joke?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Why
should we squad ride that?
Listen,
Yeah, seriously.
boys. This is like a situation where they want you to believe. They want you to buy into it. They
Jay.
want you to think that it might be different. It won't be different.
Jay.
It will not be different.
Why?
I'm all in on Alabama.
Why are they using the same cast too? Like they always want you to believe Georgia is the best team ever.
They're not. They're really not. So they beat up on Michigan, and let's be fair. Michigan hasn't faced a team that has the same caliber, the same quality as an SEC team, and I mean, it showed, right? So looking at this, I mean, come on, boys.
Do we do a squad rides on it?
Yes, squad right 100%. I'm gonna double
50?
down. I already put money on Alabama, but I'm gonna double down.
Should we do
this-
50s?
Whoa.
50s?
Let's go higher, baby.
Holy shit. Higher.
Let's go higher. I mean, it's
Can
Nick
you
Saban.
take
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You saw that damn
higher?
picture. Hey, Jeremy, you saw that damn picture that Nick Saban posted? Well, that
How
Nick
many-
Saban took where he's like this, you know, like
Yeah.
he doesn't give a shit and this was easy. Dude, that's the fucking energy that he's taking into the national championship.
How many boxes is Edie?
All the
50.
boxes.
50 to 100.
Oh,
Whatever's in the fucking pantry, you gotta throw it in there, baby.
I think that'd be fun, actually. Just like let it all ride on red.
Yes,
happens?
yes.
I don't know about that, but I'm down for 50.
Flesh, let's let
Listen,
it all ride on crimson.
5 units.
Do you like so a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? That picture was wild, right? The energy, the confidence, he knows what he's coming for. He knows what he's there to do. It's obvious, boys.
I'm down to drop a 50 piece on this after Flash.
5 units for those.
5 units.
Whatever your unit is, ours is only 10. If yours is 100, that's 500. So that's it for this week. But before we go, we have final words and we have Eric's set in stone parlay. Eric, is it ready?
Oh, yeah. I believe it's ready. The unfortunate part to it is that oddly, the anytime TDs are not available for these games yet. I don't fucking know why, but Carolina Panthers at Buccaneers. I'm going to move the spread to the Bucks at -9.5. I'm going to take the over at 41.5. And once the anytime TDs become available, I'm probably going to take someone like Mike Evans or, maybe Chris Godwin as an anytime TD.
Godwin is hurt for the year.
What are you talking about? Godwin? No.
Godwin's on the IR.
What? He's on IR too? Well, fucking take Mike Evans then. There you go.
I'm going to put Godwin on mine.
Dude, that's probably why the anytime TDs aren't out yet, is because they're, scrambling to figure out who's playing and who's not.
All right, final words. Jay, you go.
Stay out of the water because the tide, baby, it's rolling. Roll Tide.
Eric.
Fuck COVID.
Jeremy.
I'll take one bird in the hand when 2 birds are in the bush. You fuck me in the goat ass.
The NFL lines suck this week. Remember, you can't bitch if you don't bet.
Oh, no.
Wow, that one went long.
Yes, it did.
I'm sleepies. All right,
Where
guys.
the hell?
Hey, hold on, wait. Just for the sake of the group, guys, how are we not gonna take Bama? Do you really think that this fucking fugazi of a team, this fucking fake diamond, this cubic zirconia, Georgia is gonna beat Bama?
No, not at all.
No, this is the narrative, man. Listen, I think we should all squad right on it. I mean, I'm throwing it out there. Jeremy's on.
I'll ride with you, Jay.
Eric, are you down?
I'm in.
I'll ride with you.
50.
Yeah. It
What
has
are the
to be
odds on
boys.
it?
It has to be
Plus
boys. Like
150 or plus 125.
I like that.
Let's do 50s. Let's do a 50 piece.
Boxes is eaty.
Where are you guys seeing the actual the ability to bet the Super Bowl matchups? Because I'm not seeing that.
Go to NFL and then go to Super Bowl.
Oh, I was
you
looking at
gotta
futures.
swipe a little bit, man.
I was looking at futures.
Most you can bet is
I do not see Super Bowl.
is plus 80,000, and it's Las Vegas Raiders versus Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh my god, this fucking goddamn earbud.
Guys,
I'm gonna fucking murder
$100
someone.
get you 80,000.
What?
$100 would get you 80,000 if the Raiders played the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
That's a game I will not watch. I don't even care. There's some I didn't watch whenever Pittsburgh played Arizona. Skipped that year.
No, I always watch Super Bowl.
I can't. If it's a bad, I'm not gonna do it.
That was a great game, though.
You got to watch the Super Bowl. Hey, if anything, it's because it's going to be like a Death Row Records halftime show. That's why you have to watch it.
Oh my God, the halftime show is going to be great.
Dude, that's going to be so fucking sick.
Yeah. What is it's Dre, Snoop Dogg,
Mary J. Blige and Eminem
Oh my
with
God.
Kendrick Lamar.
Dude,
See,
Mary J.
we should-
Blige.
we should buy tickets now, especially if it's going to get moved to Dallas. And I mean, even if we can't go or we don't want to go, we could flip them for like probably 3,000 to 4,000 more than we buy them for.
Nah, man, I'm good.
I'll spend money and make money, Flush. NFTs, baby.
No. Oh God. All right. Later, YouTube.